What's up, guys? My name is Gabe, and welcome into the Trojan Blade. This is, of course, the instant reaction to USC's 38-20 thumping suffered at the hands of the Baby Bruins. This was a game that just took everything bad that happened during the course of the season and put it into one game. Penalties, turnovers, missed tackles. When the defense does get a stop, the offense goes MIA. Some of the worst offensive line play I've ever seen, and simply this USC team showing up to a game flat and looking like they didn't want to be there. Which for in the two games against Notre Dame and UCLA, to have that happen in both, to just show up with completely no juice, it's beyond unacceptable. At USC, we do not tolerate losses to those two, and we without a doubt don't tolerate these embarrassing bedwetting performances. This program clearly still has deep-rooted culture issues that have seemed to be amplified with the additions of so many transfers and Lincoln Riley's overall handling of this team. Nothing about tonight is acceptable, and we as fans cannot be expected to tolerate it. Normally at the end of the year, there's something we can take from it, something positive, something to look forward to. There's nothing here. It's a pretty bleak ending, to be honest. I mean, our best win of the year was against Arizona, and let's be honest, if Jedd Fisch knows the overtime rules, we don't win that game either. This was just a rough one. There's a lot of players that need to be removed from the program. They're clearly just not at the level of program like USC demands. And normally this is the part of the video where I remember to give props and respect to the other team for beating us, but fuck UCLA, you're not getting one complimentary word from me. Back to the game though, this is a game that USC never got into. It was 14-10 at half, but it was a very underwhelming 14-10. It didn't feel like we did anything sustainable that would keep us in this one. The only touchdown we scored in the first half was Caleb pulling a rabbit out of a hat on that bomb to Brendan Rice. We couldn't run the ball at all. The right side of the line was a joke. Mason Murphy, and I'm sorry, but that is not a USC quality player. He needs to go. Alani Noah is a true freshman that's missed a ton of time this year, so I'm giving him a pass. But Michael Tarquin, what's the return policy on transfers? Can we get a refund? Complete bust. I mean, there were a bunch of whiffs in the portal that I'll go over more in the season recap video. But man, Justin Dedich, look, I know he's banged up, but he's been a bottom of the conference level player this season. Coming off of last year, that's shocking. I thought he had true All-American potential. He hasn't been anywhere close to that. And defensively, they're bad, man. We all know this, but they did more than enough for us to win this game. Like I say every goddamn week, we do not believe in complimentary football. We just don't do it. The offense is lighting up the scoreboard and the defense completely shits the bed. The defense finally gets a stop. The offense is nowhere to be found. And don't even get me started on special teams. But yeah, honestly, I don't want to talk about this game anymore. We're 7-5. If you would have told me that before the season, I would have thought you were either a troll or batshit crazy. It is insane that this is where we're at. This is not a 7-5 team, not even close. And look, I've said it before, I do not want Lincoln to be fired. I think that is way overboard and a step too far. But him bringing Grinch back has really caused me to lose a lot of trust with him. If next year doesn't go so well, he's going to be in danger of losing his job. That's how these things work. This is USC. It's not UCLA. We're not going to tolerate that. These next few months are as critical a stretch as we've ever seen with USC football. The correct hire needs to be made with the defensive coordinator, the proper players need to come in through the portal, and the right departures need to happen as well. I also think strength coach Benny Wiley needs to be relieved of his duties immediately. This is a soft team that gets pushed around by everybody, including Cal, which is just disgraceful. You guys know my thoughts on special teams. I think we need a special teams coordinator. You look at all the big time coaches in the NFL, they all have special teams coordinators. Lincoln needs to realize he's not the smartest one in the room and make some big changes. And like I said earlier, the right departures need to happen for this program. A lot of guys that need to one way or another leave USC. They're not good enough, their attitude isn't right, they're not Trojans. This absolutely takes the cake for my least favorite USC team since I started watching football. I was born in '98 for some reference there. But look, overall, unacceptable, terrible, shameful, and embarrassing. Lincoln Riley has let down the alumni, the donors, the fans, and most importantly, Caleb Williams. I am so grateful for number 13 taking a chance on our program when there was nothing here. We hadn't won a damn thing, and he came to Los Angeles and played his heart out and really gave everything he had to this program. Body, mind, and soul. Forever grateful for Caleb, blessed that I got to watch him for these 2 years. Truly a joy and simply one of the best. All right, guys, so I do want to hear from you. Please let me know down below what do you think on the current state of the program, and of course this horrible loss to UCLA. Please give me all of your thoughts. I always love to hear from you. And guys, thank you so much for all your support this year. The growth on the channel has truly been so humbling. I'm really very lucky. The supporter base on this channel is truly so smart and inquisitive and passionate. There are some other USC channels out there. You go through the comment section, it's not like this one is. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you so much for all your support. You are all awesome, and as always, take care and fight on.